Back to NBA Today, presented by Credit Karma. Don't look now, but the Celtics, they are number one in the East. And last night, Jason Tatum poured in 34 points, while Jaylen Brown scored 31 as the Celtics beat the Timberwolves 134-112 in Boston. Now, the Celtics, they've won 6 straight and are 13-2 since the All-Star break, but they suffered a setback when Robert Williams left the game in the third quarter with an injury. So we're now joined by our senior NBA insider, Adrian Wojnarowski. Woj, what more can you tell us about Robert Williams' injury and how long he may be out here?
Yeah, Malika, it is a left knee meniscus tear for Robert Williams. And now what the Celtics and Robert Williams, his agent Kevin Bradbury, are discussing with doctors is what kind of a procedure he's going to have for that meniscus. You know, there's essentially 2 options here. One is more of a 4 to 6 week procedure that he could potentially be back maybe after the first round of the playoffs or a little bit later. And there's another longer term procedure that would likely keep him out the rest of the season. This is really a devastating blow for a Boston team that's not only been the best in the league over the last couple months, but the best defensive team by far. And Robert Williams, literally at the center of that. This is a player who, very well could have been on the all-defensive team this season, first team. And, you've seen the impact he's had with this group. And so for Boston now, they'll continue to discuss these surgical options for Robert Williams. He will have a procedure, I'm told. The question will be, is it one that would allow him to return at some point in the playoffs if Boston advances?
Absolutely. So right now, decisions need to be made by Robert Williams, by Kevin Bradbury and the Celtics. We know that you'll be all over that when those decisions are made. Woj, thank you so much. All right. I do want to bring in someone who is all Celtics all the time, because as Woj just detailed, there's a decision to be made here. Will it be 4 to 6 weeks? Will it be a little bit longer? We welcome back in Kendrick Perkins. Nobody, Big Perk, knows the Celtics like you do. So just how big of a loss is this for the Celtics?
It's bigger than me, Malika. That's how big it is, and that's pretty damn big, okay? Let me tell you why, okay? With Rob Williams, go ahead and get your laughs out. I know you over there giggling. Listen, with Rob Williams, the Celtics are a legit title contender. Without him, they're a second-round exit. And let me tell you why. He's the top 10 center in the league. We're talking about a guy that's up for the Defensive Player of the Year award. What he brings on the defensive end, far as his rim protection, far as his versatility of switching 1 through 5, and he allows those guards to be aggressive because of his ability to block shots. And then you take it to the other end offensively, him being a dynamic roller and an athletic big opens up so much for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to go to work because they have to honor him. So with the Celtics losing him at this point, I think they're a second-round exit. If they get him back and he's able to play and he's healthy, they could possibly be a contender again, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Williams, when I was in Boston, on the defensive end, it was clear his talent. But what impressed me most is his sprinting back down the floor, right, and then making an offensive play. So let's take a look at the top 4 in the East. The Celtics and the Heat, they have the same record, right? But Boston holds the tiebreaker after beating Miami twice this season. And Boston moved into first place for the first time in their 75th game. And get this, Big Perk, according to Elias Sports Bureau, this is the latest into a season a team has moved into first place for the first time in its conference in NBA history. So, Perk, considering what you mentioned, the key to the Celtics turnaround has been their number 1 ranked defense, and that's been anchored by Williams. How do you see the East shaking out now that he's sidelined?
Well, it's wide open, but to be honest, the way that James Harden has been playing of late, I think you got to put the favorites as the Milwaukee Bucks. The Miami Heat has been struggling. I want to ride with the Boston Celtics, but I can't ride with them without Robert Williams. I have to give it to the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they're the favorite to win it all. They're laying in the cuts, but steadily winning games. You look at what they're doing right now. Giannis is unstoppable. Drew Holiday is actually having the best offensive season since he joined the Milwaukee Bucks. Money-making Middleton is getting into his bag. And then now you get back Brook Lopez. I got to give it to the Bucks. I would have said the Celtics, but after today's news, I got to go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.